I came to San Diego State University, to go to college. And so I came down here to get a degree, and I was only going to spend 2 years, and then I was going to transfer and get an architecture degree. So I was in the GI Bill, so I had to have a proclaimed major before I even started. So I come down, San Diego, and I want to be on the sailing team. So I'm on the sailing team, and I started getting into surfing. So I surfed a little bit before that, but, just for fun. But I got seriously into it. So I decided, one spring break, where everybody's gone and I'm still living on campus in the dorm, why don't I build a surfboard, right? Maybe that'd be fun to do. So I end up at a place up in Cardiff. You probably even know where that is, up by Encinitas. And I'm up there in a surf shop going, I really like this, these kinds of boards. And the guy goes to me, said, if you buy me a bottle of wine, Boone's Farm apple wine, the guy working in the surf shop, I'll introduce you to these guys next door and they can probably help you build your first surfboard. I went, wait a minute, here I am, right? I'm here in school. I'm up, 10 miles up the coast to catch some waves. And this guy offers me this opportunity. So I go buy him a bottle of wine, comes back and the guy introduces me next door to Hanson Surfboard Factory. They're about to close it down. And these people helped me build my first surfboard. Weird coincidence is that, right? And so I started making surfboards, made thousands of surfboards, started shaping them. I'm having fun doing it. So somebody asked me, well, couldn't you do it for my shop? Me? Wait a minute. Could I do that? Oh, I could do that. So I started shaping like 10 boards a week for this guy's shop. And then I get ready to graduate and I go, wow, what do I enjoy more, my major or making surfboards? So I started making surfboards. So I started a factory. I started a surfboard shop. I have this whole thing going on, 8,000 square foot chinchilla ranch. But these slender threads, all of a sudden, fire department's on my case, OSHA's on my case. They shut me down. They close me down. I have to move. I have to get fireproof this and that. And they shut me down again and shut me down again. I go, oh my gosh, how many times do I have to shut down and move? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, maybe I better start listening to the universe and shift gears. And that's what ended me coming back to where I am. Otherwise, I would have never happened to be making surfboards instead of.
So this is so important. So you were living kind of like your dream, following your passion, basically taking the advice that we're suggesting in this episode, and then the slender threads was the universe, not once, twice, 3, 4 times, giving you obstacles that were huge, and finally you listened to them and you pivoted. You listened to the universe, you pivoted, and now obviously very successful holistic health doctor, practitioner, etc., etc. But at that moment, Dr. Oliver, wasn't it hell? I mean, weren't you like,
painful.
what the flippin', what's going on? This is my life, this is my passion. You're taking away my business. Like, what am I going to do? Like, it was a disaster at the time, right?
Oh, it was horrible. Yeah. Oh,
So
absolutely.
how did you know that this was the universe redirecting you? How did you get clear, it was time to bail ship and pivot?
Right.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, it became too hard to continue, right? So I had to move several times and rebuild and move. And it became just too hard to continue. So I had to look back at what other options could I do or have, right? That wouldn't be roadblocks. So I did. I took a close look at that. And lo and behold, what pops up? Gosh, this guy tells me, I want you to go visit this doctor friend of mine. And he takes me to this basement downtown San Diego. And it's this older gentleman. He's in this basement. He's a chiropractor. I basically knew nothing about chiropractic hardly, right? Except, just not too much. I went, and the way he did, I went, that's really interesting. Right? So I went, now
Cool. That's a
this is
slender
interesting.
thread.
Yeah. And then another thing happened too. So it's another slender thread. So I'm in college, right? And so I ended up getting a degree, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Well, why that happened, they had the holistic health conferences just started. Went to that. That's where I met Dr. Paul Brenner. And in these, they had some really interesting people, some really fast. I mean, I was totally into the holistic health from the very beginning, but it wasn't available. I mean, there was like 300 doctors at this thing, but there was power to not make that go through. There was people
Yeah.
think this
Hmm.
shutdown, this, what do we call it, cancel culture is big now. Well, it was big then, and it still is in healthcare. They still don't want holistic health.
Competition.
They call it integrative now, so they've added a few things in, but still,
Hmm.
it was a challenge to do that. So I had knowledge of that and roots in it, and that those doors opened back up. So one of them was I had a chance to go visit John Fee. He was the founder of Touch for Health,
Yeah.
Healing Touch. Yeah, Touch for Health. So I
Hmm.
go up to his office and I go up there, see what's going on. He goes, "Oh wow, he actually treats people, but they have to go to class to learn how to help each other." Now, that was good. I can see the wisdom in that. So he's the one who convinced me to go to the chiropractic school that I went to. So again, slender threads. I would have never known about him unless I went to this holistic health conference. If I wasn't at that, I wouldn't have met Valerie Hunt. I mean, just crazy, wild, good things that led me down this healthcare, journey.